Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, back to another Train Simulator 2024 video, and this one's a good one. It's the 15th anniversary of Train Simulator, of course, and I have collected up enough routes now to be able to run the Northern Lines Electric by On Track Simulations. That's what I've got here, so I'm quite excited about this one. Also, it's using the Pendalino from West Coast Mainline South, and thank you to the pack by Major Wales, which is the revamp pack for the Class 390. I've got the Virgin livery, which is looking pretty good. So we're just on a short service. It's bound for London Euston. We're going as far as Preston in this one, and as I said, we're at Blackpool North. So I'm going to unpause the sim. Let's have a quick look, and then we will set it up ready to go. This is 1891 Blackpool North to London Euston. Morning driver, release the doors, set up the cab for your 10:53 departure. You'll be in charge for the first leg to Preston, where your booked arrival time is 11:17. Have a safe trip. Let's get the doors open. What we'll do is we'll pop inside and get set up. So, master key on first. We want to be in forwards. So let's acknowledge that. Instrument lights on. Get the headlights on. Let's just check that we've got those running on day running. Come on. That's fiddly that. There we go. That's what we wanted. We can have the DSD on as well, because I've got the AP sound pack on now for a 390 as well, which lets you turn the driver's vigilance device on and off, and a few other good bits and pieces. We've got the DRA. We can actually take that off because we've got a green light ahead of us. Let's have a look outside, shall we? In fact, let's go to the 8 camera, shall we, and just have a little bit of a fly around. Have we got the doors set up? We have indeed. London Euston there on the doors. So yeah, I only had the Avanti Pendalino, and I've spent a bit of money this week. Got myself a subscription to Alan Thompson Sim, which allowed me to get a couple of things I've wanted for a while. The missing link on the West Coast Main Line. I've wanted that for ages. Managed to get that. A couple of other things, the overhead line pack as well, which I believe is being used as part of this. This is the ATS overhead line pack. We're ready to go, by the way, so let's do that. So yeah, I have been spending a bit of money this week. But as I said, part of this Major Wales pack, which is one of the prerequisites for this route, or this scenario, I should say, comes with several liveries for the Pendalino. So this Virgin one, I believe, at one time you got this. I think, was it with the North Wales Coastal, the old North Wales Coastal? And I think that got withdrawn, didn't it? Because Virgin obviously don't have the license anymore. It's now Avanti. So I didn't have the opportunity. That is the DSD. I didn't have the opportunity to get the Virgin livery because I only started playing, even though this is the 15th anniversary of Train Simulator Classic, I only started playing it late July, early August, pretty much last year, because that's when I built the PC, of course. So I've been a solid TSW player all the time, but now I play both, you see, and I enjoy both in their own right. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I love playing TSW sat on the settee with my feet up on the PS5. This, of course, is only available on the PC, but both have got a lot going for them, and I really enjoy both. I do enjoy this one. Long runs is the thing that this has got, which TSW hasn't quite got yet, which is why I enjoy this. This is not a long run today. This, as you can see, is about 18 miles. Just down to Preston. We've run this route before, obviously, in TSW. Blackpool branches, of course, which is recent, but that is on the unelectrified version, which actually I have got installed on here as well. So I've got the Northern Lines Electric, which is this, and I've got the normal I'm saying normal, the unelectrified version as well, which is quite nice. And I want to go and have a look down here. Try not to make you seasick. Let's stand on Leighton platform, shall we? Shall we stand here at Leighton? Keep an eye on the speed. Hope we don't get any alarms. It's bound to happen. In fact, I'm going to drop the speed a little bit for Colton Crossing. I think that is coming up. There is the Pendor coming through Leighton. These have got nameplates as well, as you can see there. Oh, don't tell me we've got an alarm. We're going pretty slow. We've got an alarm. Wouldn't you know it? It's easy to recover, though, from an alarm on here. We just got to wait for the sander light to go out, and then we can resume. That always happens, doesn't it, when you go out of the cab? If you get an AWS, it shows down here. If you keep your eye on the hood, you don't always get the alarm, but you can see it. But the driver's vigilance device will just go off when you don't expect it. So it's just one of those, isn't it? I wanted to do that little fly past at Leighton. Lots of detail on this route. It's very good. In fact, I think, correct me if I'm wrong and leave me a comment, but I think on-track simulation, or are they Just Trains? Or are they part of Just Trains? Who Just Trains actually built the Blackpool branches, didn't they, for TSW? So I think it's the same people. I know certainly Tom from Train Sim TV, Tom worked on this line. It might just be his work. There might be a few people involved, but I know he's done a lot of work on this, and he also was heavily involved in the Blackpool branches too. So it's good that it transferred across from this. I think this has been out for a little while. I've watched lots of videos on it even before I had Train Simulator. Because there's these, I've got these from on-track simulations. I've got the Harrogate Loop as well. I've got that. And also, the one that I do want is the Cumbrian Coast line. There's quite a few requirements that I need for that, though. I'm hoping in the next sale I can pick up a couple of those requirements whenever the next sale actually is. But mainly, it's the AP stuff that I need to run all the great scenarios. I think this actual route itself comes with something like 25 plus scenarios. Now this one runs for me, but there's meant to be a lot of traffic on this route, and in my case I don't have all the requirements, so I had to skip through them at the beginning. But I can actually run this train. I don't think though we'll see anything else on our way to Preston, unfortunately. But again, I'm working on that because I've got a massive wish list over at Armstrong Powerhouse's website. So if AP or anyone associated with AP are listening, let me know when that next sale is, because I've got a big shopping list, and if I was to buy the stuff now, it will cost me, I don't even know, hundreds, I bet, to get everything I need. So, and that's the same for all these on-track simulation routes that I've downloaded, and indeed the missing link, which I mentioned at the beginning. There's a lot of AP stuff, quite rightly, used in those scenarios because it's good. I just need to get round to buying them. But the good thing is, for all those routes, I have the base routes from Steam that you need just to be able to run the route. So that's the first thing, isn't it? Some of you may be watching this that have played Train Simulator for a long time, probably thinking, "God, he is a way behind." It's true. It's very true. Okay, so we're making good progress. This is potently filed. So we'll pop outside and have a look at Polton. Very nice. Very nicely done. Give the residents of Polton a little toot. We have got a 50 coming up to a 70 here, so I'll start to put some speed in. I like staying outside the cab. I do that a lot in TSW, but you can't do it as well in Train Simulator. TSW does give you the audible alarms when you're outside, and this doesn't. So but it's fine because I got the sound pack for the Pendalino now. And do you know what? I've often read the forums, being new to train simulators with TSW. I read the forums and lots of players say, "Oh, you know, you haven't got the right sounds, and it makes a massive difference." And I don't know trains as well as most people, so I've never really noticed. But a Pendalino I've travelled on a lot between Preston and London, a heck of a lot over the years, and I can instantly tell now I've added this sound pack from AP. I can tell the difference. So I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of seeing what everybody's talking about now. I think if you're close to a particular train, you'll be able to hear it. So we got 30 miles to Preston. We're coming up to 70, and I'll put on the speed set so we can just cruise down to Preston. I think it said we were booked in at 11:17, maybe 11:17 is the departure time for Preston, because we're going to get in earlier than that. Currently showing 11:15 ETA at Preston. I think as well, the only Preston that I had in the game was the one from the West Coast Main Line over Shap, and it was a very old looking Preston. This one uses the one from Alan Thompson Sim's Missing Link, which is a more modern, up-to-date Preston station. So you'll see that when we get to the other end. But the route itself's looking good. So I've got the signal pack installed from AP. I've got the track pack, the track enhancement pack installed as well. But I don't know what you think. It doesn't seem to use it. It doesn't look as good as it should, so I don't know if it's actually using it in this scenario. I'll check on that. And I've also got the sky and weather pack as well from AP, which does appear to be working. We've got some nice fluffy clouds there as we approach Kirkham, and we're up to our maximum speed, so that's good. Do we risk another look outside? Why not? It is a nice livery, that Virgin livery, isn't it? I do like that. I mean, oh, not again. It's got me again, hasn't it? Oh, dear me. Oh, this is a fail. You know what I should do? Wait for the DSD to go off and then go outside briefly. That's what I should be doing. Let's take that speed off. As soon as that sander light goes out, we will accelerate again and be on our way. There we go. I was just about to say I like the Avanti livery as well. I do quite like it, but in comparison to this very bright Virgin livery, I think the Avanti one, I don't know, looks a little bit drab, doesn't it? It's nice in its own right, but I think this one's better. I do like this one. I mean, it's got yellow and red, which of course are the Tintin 57 colours anyway, so, you know, that may be why. That may be why I like it. Anyway, we've had 2 DSD failures already, and we're still 10 miles from Preston on an 18-mile run, so... But tell me, any of you guys out there that are playing Train Simulator Classic, did you pick anything up as part of the 15th anniversary sale? There was a couple of UK items on sale. Not as many as in a normal sale, but if you don't have the Chatham, I think it was the Chatham main lines, the one that goes to Margate and Dover Priory. If you don't have that, that's free at the moment, so go and check it out. I didn't have that, so I downloaded that for free as well. There's the DSD again. I downloaded it for free. I've been playing a little bit of that in the last few days as well. Again, there's lots of lovely AP stuff that I could buy to put on that route. But that is a good route actually. There's a lot of track in that route. A lot of places to go, so go and check that out. The sale is still on as I'm recording this now. Go and check it out. Go and see if there's anything you're missing, anything you can pick up while it's cheap. I think most of the stuff that I've bought for Train Simulator Classic has been in the various sales, because sales come up quite a bit, don't they, for Train Sim Classic? It's quite good in that way. So, right, that's us up to the 70 again. So what I'm going to do is get us back to our cruise with the speed set. We've still got 9 miles to go. So I'm not running the AP vegetation pack, but actually look at this route. The trees and the grass and everything's brilliant in this route. I really like it. It's so different to some of the other routes that we've got. It actually looks very, very detailed, that. And this overhead line pack actually makes a massive difference. I got it because I needed it for the missing link. And I thought, I wouldn't really buy a pack that deals with overhead line equipment. My eye's not as keen on things like that as some of you guys. And I needed it as a requirement. And because I had a subscription, actually, I got it at a decent price as well. It might have even been 50% off. So it was worth having a subscription for that. But what a difference. And also it's layering in on other routes as well that has got overhead line equipment. So, yeah, it looks good. Kirkham and Wesham is where we are right now. I'm going to risk it again, but not for long. I want to get to Preston. We can speed up to 75 just about now, so let's do that, shall we? And that was Kirkham, so Solwick is next. And like I said, if you've been playing TSW, you'll be familiar with this actual route. It's pretty much, apart from electrification, it's pretty much the same as it is depicted in TSW right now on the Blackpool branches. It hasn't been electrified actually for many years, to be quite honest with you. But it is nice to get a Pendo. I have caught a Pendo from Blackpool back down to Preston. I wouldn't say it's my favourite train in the game, but I play it quite a bit if you look back at the videos. Mainly because it shoots up and down the West Coast main line, which is my sort of local main line. That's the reason why. So how are we doing? We got just over 6 miles. Now, I could turn that DSD off, of course, but it's not very authentic then, is it? If I do that. So I don't really want to do that. We've still got plenty of time anyway from our booked arrival time. But yeah, I think on this actual scenario itself, the AP 150 comes past. I think the 319 I did notice in the list as well. This is Solwick Station, by the way. But I've got none of those. I've got none at all. So they're just not appearing. So there's me on my lonesome. I could substitute things in actually with Loco Swap, because I've been using Loco Swap a little bit. Thanks to Rob, one of the other DTG ambassadors, who suggested Loco Swap to me. I found that a little bit easier than TS Tools, actually. As a beginner, I mean. And I've been swapping some units in and out for ones that I haven't got, but the good thing about that is as well is that you can modify a scenario and it keeps a backup of the original one, and you can swap it back in whenever you want without too much fuss. So that's quite nice. I quite like that tool. It's quite handy. So I've been doing a little bit of that, swapping around the different units just to make things work a little better, because I did also get the Wigan to Southport route, which is also a free one. And there's a lot of units on there. In fact, the starting unit in those scenarios is an AP one. I think it's the 150/2. I've got the 150/1, which is the DTG one, but I haven't got the AP 150/2. I think it did used to be on Steam, didn't it? But then I think AP bought the rights to it, and they've got their own pack for the 150/2 now. And I don't have that yet. That's one of the ones on the wish list, because that comes up a lot in a lot of the scenarios. So that's quite high up the wish list. But yeah, I was able to play the Wigan Southport, and all I did was I just swapped out the units for the 150/1, and I put some of the I put some 156s in it, and I just pretended it was accurate. And I quite enjoyed it. I got to do a run between Wigan and Southport, which is quite nice. Which again is another route that I do know quite well. Travelled on that a few times. I'm trying to build up. Well, I'm trying to build up all the UK stuff in TS Classic, but specifically the West Coast Main Line and all the local stuff in the Northwest. So I'm always on the lookout for Northwest routes. I think on this, not on this Northern Lines electric version, but on the original version, the non-electrified version, I think this even runs up to Bamber Bridge as well. You can go as far as Bamber Bridge, which is just outside Preston. So that'll be good. I haven't tried that yet. I haven't tried the original Northern Lines yet. I've got so much new stuff to try. It's great. Really is. But it is strange to know that it's the 15th anniversary and I've not even been playing it a year. But to me, obviously, it's like a new game, but it's perfect. You know, it's right up there. We're approaching Preston anyway. Can see St Walburg's, of course, there on the horizon in front of us. And I need to get down to 35. One thing it is modelled on here, a bit better than it is on Blackpool branches. Once we get over the bridge, I'll pause it and I'll show you. Is Preston Docks. So let me go to the 8 camera and then just pause it. Then if I fly over here, you can see there's Preston Docks. So a lot of car garages down here. In fact, BMW are there. There's Porsche down here right now. We've got a Morrison's there. We've got a McDonald's up there, and this goes out into the Ribble, and then off to towards Lytham, up there, up that direction. But yeah, that's quite nicely modelled. Quite like that. The reflection of the clouds is nice there in the water. And I think, I don't know if it's in this version or in the original Northern Lines, you can actually come out of Preston Station, which is here, and you can actually go along the Preston Docklands branch, which sort of travels along here and goes across the top of the docks over there and over to the heritage place, the Docklands Heritage Place up here, which is actually quite a good visit, you know. All being said and done. They do Christmas specials, which are popular with the kids as well, Santa specials. Been to a couple of those with the kids. But let's unpause it, shall we? I just know I'm going to get another DST. Let's jump back in. Oh, I've got one. Look at this. I've got one. Can you even believe it? It is crazy. It is crazy. We may have been speeding, actually. We may have been speeding. That might have been what it was. Maybe it wasn't the DST. Not to worry. We'll take it. We're having a look at the docks. I like to admire the route, you see. I don't, you know, I do just play the route and I do just drive the trains, but especially when it's somewhere I know, I like to have a look around and, you know, just get immersed a little bit. And there's so much great work that is done by people like On Track Simulations and all the other route builders to put a lot of detail in that if you don't live in that area, you might not necessarily notice that they've done it. However, if it is your local area, then you want to have a look around, and I really appreciate the kind of detail that is put in. It's really good. We're going to stick to the 25 on this bend. And we've got the Deepdale branch as well, which I've mentioned before, as part of the Blackpool branches, which is going off up here. There it is. You can just see the track going off up there towards Deepdale. Overgrown now. And we're speeding again. So let's bring it down. As we pass County Hall there on the right, which actually it looks like some kind of seaside resort hotel, that doesn't it? Like the one at Scarborough. That's what it reminds me of. You know what I mean, don't you? I can't remember the name of the hotel. It's probably called the Scarborough Hotel. It's right on the seafront there, on the cliff at Scarborough. Anyway, this is Preston Station, the updated Preston Station from the missing link. So we're getting a bit more modern as we come in here. Make sure everybody stays behind the yellow line. And we will get to the end of platform 3. And what we'll do is we will, in our heads, jump out of the train and let the next crew take over to take us down to Euston. That's where we'll finish. So I'll start to put some brake in. We don't need to pull up all the way to the signal. There is a stop marker right there. There we go. We'll get the doors open. This is the updated Preston Station with the big car park there. So there's going to be quite a long wait here at Preston. So we'll let it do its thing and we'll go for now. So I hope you've enjoyed that little run. Happy 15th anniversary to TS Classic. I hope that you guys that have been playing it for the full 15 years are still having fun with it. And if you're new to it like me, I hope you're having as much fun as I am, just discovering what there is in TS Classic and what's available and all the great mods and add-ons that are made by the community. There's some really good stuff out there, especially, I keep mentioning on-track simulation. I mean, look at this, it's great. And Alan Thompson Sim and all the others that are making some really good stuff out there as well. So, until next time, hope you've enjoyed yourself. Do leave me a like and a subscription. If you've not already subscribed, please do that. It'd be great to see you on board. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.